So you need to prep your child by teaching them how to ask children their names, what they like to do, and teaching them at least some attempts at basic two-way conversation. You know, do you want to do this? Yes or no? What's your name? What's your age? Where are you from in this city? These kinds of things. You want to practice it. It won't always be perfect, and you may have to do it over many years, but you do want to go over what basics of conversation look like for socialization in school. You want to go over the niceties, even though we don't think they're necessary sometimes. Please, thank you, sorry. Because if I bump into someone, it's like, should I say sorry or should I just keep moving? Half the time, a kid's autistic brain is like, just keep moving. Don't say sorry. Well, then you get punched by somebody because you didn't say sorry, and the autistic kid's like, I'm just moving on. Why did you punch me? It's like, because you didn't say sorry. Oh, I guess that's important. Yeah, it's important. Okay, this is the way we made friends with me, and I've done it with a few others in my work. You look for kids who have similar interests to your child with autism. Somebody who might be into the same TV show, the same sport, the same music, the same whatever. And you try to foster conversations, relationships, you put play dates together, you do whatever you can to foster a relationship. And you don't do this just at school. Sometimes you look for neighbor kids who may have similar interests, kids in the neighborhood, kids that are more local before school to start this process. But you look for children who have similar interests so there is a common shared bond. Make time for the friendships. Make time to talk about things they've done with their friends. And if something went wrong, go over it, smooth it over, and figure out how to do things. And if your child comes to you and says, my friend likes doing X, but they've never done X before. Your child comes home and says, hey, my friends are going to go roller skating, and I want to go roller skating, and they've never gone roller skating before. Say, okay, you can go with them. Yes, it'll be a disaster most of the time, the first time out, but you want to encourage this. If they suddenly decide they want to do something with their friends that they've never done before, and it's possible for them to learn, it's like, go do it. Go do it. You'll fail, but you'll fall or whatever, but go do it. First off, you are correct. Friendships change with age. Some friends you have your whole life from childhood through adulthood. Others come and go or go away after a certain amount of time. You have to talk to your autistic child about this. Warn them over the years that things like this will happen. And when they do happen, you need to talk to them, help them deal with their emotions, help them deal with how am I going to make a new friend, or how am I going to deal with my other friends and still have good friendships. You really have to be the support for them, their sounding board, their person who will help them look for solutions. Anytime social rules change, particularly in puberty or when you enter high school, you really have to talk it over. You're going to have to warn your autistic child, these things are going to change. Your relationship with the girls is going to change. Your relationship with the boys is going to change. The expectations of your teachers will change. I remember when we talked about high school, me going from middle school to high school in the States, the expectations of the teachers changed, and I had to be warned about this because I expected that teachers were always going to have the same expectations from grade to grade to grade, and there's a huge jump in between one grade in the first grade of high school where the teachers suddenly expect you to have grown up suddenly, and you haven't. And it's like, oh, the teachers will have this expectation and then drop it and then pick it up again because they realize you're not there yet. But you have to go over this.